right, welcome to Horses Sing None of It. Here
Thank
we
you.
are, folks.
Thank you.
There I am. And my name is Ralph Litwin, and we're here with Lucille Riley, the dulcimer lady.
Thank you.
Trademarked even.
Yeah, I know. The frugal gourmet doesn't have to do it. I'm really annoyed. Oh well.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Those
No
people
kidding.
don't do that. No.
I
That's
thought
the way it goes.
I would think they would. Anyway, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice
It's good to
have
be here.
you.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It's been a long
years.
time. I think 1988,
You're beyond my memory scan.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you who may wonder what we're talking about, Lucille was on the show before, and you can actually see her in the opening montage in her previous look. And now here's her new look.
Okay. That's
Hasn't
enough.
she aged gracefully?
No.
And Lucille, you are the 1994 winner of the Auto Harp
National
National
Auto Harp
Championship?
Championship.
which
Yes.
took place where?
Avoca, Iowa.
Avoca, Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah.
Iowa.
Iowa.
And second place,
I am everybody's favorite second place winner on the Hammer Dulcimer.
everybody's favorite.
Yeah, and I have 2 second places on the auto harp too, so that sort of makes me everybody's favorite second place winner, period. But as long as I'm first place with my listeners, that's what counts. So
Isn't that touching?
isn't it? But we're going to bring the auto harp out later. We don't need that right now.
Not
I
yet.
brought the auto harp today, yeah.
And you have instruction books out?
I
the
do,
auto
and
harp? We'll
well, I
show
don't
them
have any for
later.
the auto harp. I have them for the dulcimer.
On the
And do
dulcimer.
you want to show them now? Pick one up. Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. You
Go
want to see them now.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have to get rid of this.
Ah,
Oh, first we have to show.
throw it. Oh, yeah.
Can,
Oh.
can we get a shot of this? This is
Oh.
Don Preziosi. We're zooming in. Our cameraman today, my good buddy. Which camera am I playing at?
There he is.
Oh,
There he
Lisa
is. Oh,
has it.
lovely, darling. Lovely, lovely. Yes, now you can
And
all
my,
see who the
my
camera people
graphic
are.
designer, Don, is too. And we, on the Small World department, it turned out that, what was it, last Sunday? Lucille and Don were at the same wedding.
And Saturday, and we
Last
didn't know
Saturday?
it. We
They didn't
danced.
find out
We
until
danced
now.
with different partners together.
And here is Lucille's book called Striking Out and Winning.
Yes, just look for the hammered dulcimer with the baseball bat on the front cover. Do you know that was my best line in the old edition, because this is the second edition, you see,
Second
right
edition.
here. And I just couldn't give that up, so I had to figure out a way to get the baseball bats on the front cover again, you know, because I was changing
I would
everything
think
around.
so. And this is part of that?
This is, yeah, these are companion cassettes, so there are 50 tunes in the book and a whole bunch of exercises, and this is for people who need oral assistance. So if your music reading skills are weak or non-existent,
Like mine.
you can listen and follow along. You too, Ralph Litwin, can learn the hammered dulcimer.
Oh boy, just what I need
Aren't you
is one more
excited? Yeah,
instrument
that's
to
right.
carry around.
That's right. That's right.
Well, shall we have another tune from you?
Sure. Why don't I do a solo piece? I've got some different hammers here. Let's do some ooh and ah stuff. Okay, I've got these wooden hammers here
Ooh.
that sound, well, yeah, well, not yet. Cue. Okay, so you have to listen to the sound of that. Okay, let me do it again.
I was actually oohing at the craftsmanship on the handles.
Oh
there.
yeah, well, they're
Beautiful.
pretty nice. Okay, and then the leather sounds like this. Ooh, yes,
Ooh.
okay.
I did it reverse by accident.
Yeah. So why don't I play She Bagged, She More,
Oh, that's a lovely tune.
which means Big Hill, Little Hill. And in this tune, the little hill talks like this, and the big hill talks like this. So you hear that in the tune. Haven't you ever heard that?
No.
Yeah, it's in there. You listen. You
Okay.
listen. Okay.
My ears are open.
Goody.
Isn't that lovely?
Isn't that nice little harpy
Pretty
tune?
tune. I love that tune. And what can you tell us about the history? I mean, for some of our viewers, this may be the first time they're seeing a hammer dulcimer. It's a very unusual looking instrument.
And sometimes people ask me about metal strings because the dulcimer goes back 1,000 years to Persia. So sometimes people ask, well, did they have metal strings back then? Well, the Egyptians were spinning metal strings in the 4th century.
Okay.
So they were around. Yeah, they didn't use gut, because if you had gut, you get, here, what would you get with gut? You'd probably get something more like that, Not too cool. But the other thing about the dulcimer, of course, is that it makes its own sound and keeps going and going, and which means when I make a mistake, you get to hear it for a very long time. But anyway, getting back to the history, it goes back 1,000 years to Persia. It wandered through Spain to England and then came across the Atlantic Ocean in 1609 to Jamestown, Virginia.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a diary entry about that. And its real heyday, though, in this country was during the mid to late 1800s when even factories were built to mass produce it. And there were 2 in Brooklyn.
No kidding.
Yeah. So, but you like that, huh? They even. Okay. So, but the turn of the century came, and you had a railroad in the west and a railroad in the east, and they finally had been connected. So, and piano became the rage because Scott Joplin's Maple Leaf Rag was published in 1899. So now you had this pianistic art form that could be played on an instrument which could now be owned by anyone, anywhere in the country, because it could be moved wherever they were. So the dulcimer just sort of went out the window. And you can't play in every key on this instrument, too, on the dulcimer. I have the keys of A, D, G, C, and F, and then some repeats of keys. So you have a lot more versatility with the piano, which made it a little more popular. And then, of course, there were people like Liszt, who, you had to have fingers like a wingspan this big, which I don't. But at any rate, so there's been a revival going on for about the last 25, 30 years. And Striking Out and Winning, my first book, because I have a second one, that's been out now for 11, as we speak. And the second book, which I didn't bring today, if people want to write in, I guess you're going to flash my address.
Why don't we give
later
Lucille's
on?
number right now? We could give it. Lucille Riley, the dulcimer lady.
Oh, yes, here we are.
Are you listening out there, Kathleen? Oh,
yes.
I remember the graphics.
Can I look into this right over here? They have the graphics.
There it is, yeah.
There they are. They are there. There I am.
908-604.
Operators are standing by.
9743. If you want to find out where Lucille might be performing, or find out how to get information about her materials, her books, her cassette, she has some other recordings.
Yeah, now I
too.
there are 2 other things. Now, At Last is for your listening pleasure. People think I got into the instructional thing so much that, don't I ever just play? And sure, I play for dances and concerts and lots of different things around. And then Tunes Plus You. Now, you would love this, Ralph, because that's a play-along cassette that goes with both of my books, and there's 2 channels, and I'm in one channel playing the dulcimer, and Bob Pasquarello is in the other channel playing piano.
So you can tune out either half?
Right, so you can play along with both, or if you want to be the dulcimator, then then you get the piano in there, and if you'd rather chord, because my second book is about how to play chords, then you turn the balance knob the other way, and you shut out the piano. So you have like a dulcimer duet. I see. At that point. So,
Nice. So you have been in the forefront of the dulcimer renaissance.
I guess, I kind of got in on the ground floor because with the first book coming out in 1984, there were maybe 7 other books on the market, but this was the first one to explain things a little more specifically. And then a second edition came out in 1992 where, it was like, I kind of learned a lot. And I just found out a lot of things about what makes music musical. And what I found out was, just for those of you who are interested, because a lot of people as adults like to take up musical instruments again or for the very first time. And I say keep at it if you're doing it, because there's a looseness that comes with it, and there's a relaxation that has to occur. And so what I do in my lessons is I help people to just relax and learn how to relax these muscles so they can move, because if you're tensed up, you can't move. And when you can't move, you can't play. That's sort of simple.
That makes sense.
So, and I find that probably the biggest thing is not that we're playing the instrument, and maybe you've experienced this yourself. We're not playing the instrument. This is what we're really playing. This is what we're learning how to play.
Our body.
Because I tell people, hey, these strings aren't going anywhere. You know? I mean, they are here. So, speaking of which, let's see if we can break some, shall we?
Well, actually,
you want to play something together?
We need to take a little break for a public service announcement at this point in the program.
Okay. Do you want to take them out with some music?
Well, I guess we could.
Come on.
Okay.
They'll get their public service announcement in there. All right, we're going to do Fisher's Hornpipe. Good going, Ralph. I still have 68 left.
It was all your idea. Public service announcement now. Well, I furiously try to fix my string.
That's all right, because I'm going to play the auto harp now.
Howdy, folks. Ralph Litwin here. We've been doing Horses Sing None of It for almost about 2 years now, and we hope you're enjoying it. I'd like to publicly thank and acknowledge the regular volunteers who've been contributing their time to producing this program. Rich Modzaleski, our director, Kathleen Tilton, our graphics lady, Paul Tomasic, our sound man, and some of our regular camera people are Stan and Lupe Bush, and Don Preziosi, Lisa Stewart, Barbara Birchie, and there are many other people who have come and helped us on long and short-term basis. We want to thank them all. And we hope that you'll give us a call or write to us and let us know that you've been enjoying the show or what you think about it. And we're going to flash the name and number. You can call us or write. And thank you very much for watching Horses Sing None of It. Hey, we're back on Horses Sing None of It.
He did it. He broke a string, and I still have 68 left.
Yes, Lucille,
this
it was
is great.
magical.
Yeah, I'm a prophetess.
You can see we're in real time here, folks, because I'm fixing my string, and Lucille is going to play a little number on the auto harp.
Only you should have seen him before, because he looks so cute with the chartreuse pick in his mouth. There he is. Come on, close up. Let's get that. Come on. There. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I love that color. It becomes you. Anyway. Okay, shall I play Off She Goes to Donnybrook Fair? Only in this tune, she goes to the mall. Escalator. workshoppers.
Yeehaw!
Thank you. Are you done?
It's on.
It's on.
It's whether it's in tune or not.
Which string was it?
The high E string.
The high E.
It won't
Yeah.
stay in tune for long.
No. Oh well, that's the hazards of playing stringed instruments. Oh, musical instrument joke?
Yes.
Okay. An accordion and a viola have been thrown out.
I think you're finishing out this show by yourself, Lisa.
Okay.
Or I'll play the 5-string guitar.
Yeah, well, that would work. Well, should I tell the joke
Yes,
anyway? I
let's
mean,
hear
now
it.
that, okay. An accordion and a viola have been thrown out the window on the 40th floor of a building. Which instrument will hit the ground first?
Who cares? Except I heard it with a banjo.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have a banjo joke for you.
Okay.
What has 24 legs and 3 teeth?
That's a good one. I don't know.
The front row at a banjo workshop.
That's a good one.
Thank
Have to
you.
remember
Thank
that
you.
one.
Thank you. Yes. And do you know what the difference is between a hammered dulcimer and a mountain dulcimer?
No, tell me.
Hammered dulcimers burn longer.
Yes, yes.
Are we having fun yet?
I'm having fun.
Okay.
Being a banjo
Well-
player, I know lots of banjo jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the difference when you cut up a banjo or cut up an onion?
You probably cry less with the onion.
That would be from the banjo player's point of view.
Yes, what do you call 100 banjos in the bottom of the ocean?
A good start.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Anyway, let's see. I think I want to go to G. Would you like to hear one of the pieces I played in
Yes.
Iowa for the national championship?
Your national championship winning
This is-
solo.
Yeah, this is a tune that I learned from my friend Les Raber out in Michigan. He is 84 years old. He's the most wonderful fiddler I've ever seen in my life. He can make a bow breathe like I've never seen a bow breathe. And he is just he's a wonderful person, but he's a wonderful fiddler too. And this is a tune that we like to play together when we get together. So, hi, Les. Hi. I mean, he can't see the show because he's in Michigan, but
I should forewarn you, Lucia,
But anyway.
that time flies when you're having fun, and
yeah.
this may be your
Okay.
last tune here.
All right. Oh, really?
Yeah, what's the
Okay.
name of the tune again?
Cabri.
Cabri. Thanks for coming down to Horses Sing.
Hey, thanks. Thanks. It's been great breaking strings with you. D, we'll take him out with Ricketts hornpipe.
Yeah.
Why don't you come up here, Pumpkin?
What are you doing, Larry?
Well, Vince, I've asked my pumpkin to sit on my lap to prove a point.
And what is that, your Larryness?
Even if we fasten our safety belts, even if you hold on tight, even if you were watching the road,
Yeah?
in a crash, your pumpkin will be nothing but a squash.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Use child safety seats.
We love that little pumpkin to pieces.
So I think Carl pretty much told you that Stephanie is, she's a freelance writer. She lives in Dover, and she is the daughter of Stephen and Janet Green, who were both huge presences in the, not on just bookstore, but the publishing realm in Brattleboro. And she was a commentator on VPR for a long time. And she has 2 sons, and she's on the LitFest committee, which is how I know her anyway. So here's Stephanie.
Hi, thank you, Sandy, and thank you very much for having me, everybody. Let's see, Print Town, the book, which is one facet of the Brattleboro Words Project, is actually came into became a gleam in local eyes in 2016 when there was a presentation at the Historical Society by John, Marianne, and Steve Hooper of the Hooper Reformer dynasty. The Hoopers ran the Reformer for 50 years. And they did a presentation on their parents' press, the Stephen Day Press, which they launched in 1932 and it ran to 1942. Very innovative press that came up with the idea of really producing regional work, topics that were in New England by New Englanders, and it was very successful. So with the success of that presentation, a lot of people started thinking about producing a book about the printing and publishing history of Brattleboro. But where's the funding? So that was tabled for a bit. And the next year, there was an effort, a grant written by Lissa Weinman, William Edelglass, and Prudence Baird, among others, I think, to the National Endowment for the Humanities to locate, research, and map local literary sites. And they wanted to include overlooked sites and overlooked voices. And they would do a map and an audio tour that you could take by plugging into the website. So that's still ongoing. We're working hard on that. Sandy in particular is working very hard on that. But of course, since we're a book town, a lot of people wanted to do a book. So the Brattleboro Words Project is made up of 5 kind of partner organizations: the Brattleboro Literary Festival, Marlborough College, the Brattleboro Historical Society, let's see, I always forget one, Brooks Library, and Right Action. So people began to research and identify and began to find out more and more wonderful, interesting things about books in Brattleboro. And the group raised money from writing grants to having bake sales. And now we are at the point of, we've finished, the editing is done, which was very ably conducted by Michael Fleming, who's a local freelance editor, and it's being designed by Jim Brisson, also a local freelance designer. We're looking at printers now and have kind of narrowed it down to 3 contenders. We're still trying to get them to, give us a parity. So we're not comparing grapes with, bamboo. We're comparing apples and apples. But that's really fun. It's being proofread and indexed, and it's going to be a beautiful all-color book. So I'm going to try to do something really snazzy here and share with you some images. And the first one is going to be Lucy Terry Prince, who was the first African-American published poet in this country. And she lived in Guilford. She had been, I'm still trying to find this. Okay, here we are. Now, can I share this? All right, come on, let's get up. All right, now, is this working? Wait a minute, I gotta share here. Sorry, folks. Share screen, and we're gonna do a big one of this. I apologize for my Luddite. Do you see it now?
No.
And you can see it?
No,
No, Marty, do you have to do the share factor? Here it
no,
comes.
I don't. It's all
Okay,
right,
there.
Mara. It's on her part. Thank you.
Okay, so are we up yet?
Yes.
You see it. Okay. This is a painting, a later painting of Lucy Terry Prince. She was born in around 1724 in West Africa and kidnapped, brought here as a slave. She worked for a family in Deerfield, Mass, and wrote the first African-American published poem called Bar's Fight about a native raid on Deerfield. The other amazing thing she did was when her family moved to Guilford and bought land and started a farm, they were harassed by one neighbor relentlessly, and crops were burned and all kinds of things happened. They appealed to higher and higher courts until Lucy Prince went to Montpelier and argued before the highest court in Vermont, which was then called the Governor's Council, looking for some kind of reparations for their destroyed crops and kind of a restraining order on these nut job neighbors. She prevailed, but the decision really didn't have such great teeth. So eventually she moved to Sunderland, but that's Lucy Terry Prince. Also, okay, wait. Now we're gonna share another thing here. We also have one of my favorites here. Whoops, why is that closed? Okay, sorry. And I'm looking for the infamous picture of, oh dear, sorry, of Royal Tyler, who is, of course, the, yes, here we are. No, sorry. No, Royal. Okay, anyway, Royal Tyler wrote a book called The Maternal Physician, which in 1811, which was kind of the Dr. Spock of her day, which is the